Right, to make our poppy, we're going to start with 3 drinks cans at the same size and one that's a smaller diameter to go in the centre at the top. And the first thing we're going to do is cut them all in half. So all you need is a normal pair of scissors, and you're just going to stick the scissors in and cut round. There's your 2 halves, and we're going to get rid of the bottom of the can. We're going to keep the top with this fastening open. We want to do this for all 4 of them. Alright, so I have all 4 top halves of the cans. Now just twist that bit round at the top, and then you should be able to push that through and it will close up like that. Twist it round, then just push that through to make it, should just click shut like that. Alright, now we're going to discard the smallest one and one of the halves for now, because we're going to cut these 2 in the same way. These are the bottom of the poppy. Now first of all, we're going to cut 3 lines down. We're going to divide the can into 3, so you'll have to do that roughly by eye. Cut right down to the bottom here. One, 2, 3. Okay, you can see that now. And then do the same with the other one. All right, now this bit is slightly faffy. So we want to create a triangle shape petal. So we're going to go from the top of the slit and cut in so this is going to be the petal, and these bits, the edges of the petal, you're just going to cut off and discard. That's just waste. Just get your scissors around there, and that is one petal that we're going to shape in a minute. So you're going to do the same for the next. So cut down on that side, cut down on that side. That's going to be another petal. Just push in gently, and then push in on that side and push out on that side, and that should make you be able to bend it out. And then you just want to snip that bit off. A little bit fiddly, and then do the same for the third one. Right, so you should now be left with this, and these are our 3 bottom petals, and we're going to shape them roughly into a V, but a bit of a wibbly wobbly one, so kind of up like that. That's the top of our petal. This is just to make it look a bit more poppy-ish. Same for the next one. So up and then down. Same for this one, roughly the same, but I'm going to try and get rid of sharp corners. I don't want those. And then once you've done that one, you're going to do your other one exactly the same. All right, so here are our 2 3-petaled cans, and they're going to fit together to make the base of your poppy like that. Then we're going to put that to one side and start on the next layer with our 3rd can that's the same size as these. All right, so this can I'm going to divide into 5 by just cutting down. I want these petals to be roughly equal. Very roughly, and then we're going to bend those out a little bit. This is going to be the top bit of the poppy, not the very centre yet. And then you're going to shape these into a similar poppy shape, so a bit lower down, because we don't want these petals to be quite as high. Okay, like this. That one's come undone a little bit. I'm just going to snip that in. Alright, so this is what you're going to end up with, a 5-petaled poppy centre. I'll just get the other piece. That is going to fit in like that to make your poppy shape. Now all we need is the smallest can of all, and we're going to cut a fringe down to go in the centre. So you might want to cut it down a little bit, even a little bit shorter. And then all you're going to do is just make a series of snips right down to the centre. This is going to be the fringed centre, the black fringy bits that stick up in the middle of a poppy. Right, so here's my fringed centrepiece. Once I've painted this, I'll be able to bend those around a little bit to make them more realistic, and that's going to fit right in the middle. That's a slightly smaller diameter can, so it should fit nicely in there. Now this poppy is going to be red or orange, I guess. You can get orange poppies. And then this one is going to be black and green centre. So I'm going to go and paint these now. So I have painted the bits of my poppy. So I'm going to get the 2-3 petal bits and put them together. Doesn't matter which way really, because they should be. Okay, and then this bit goes in the middle. Tweak it a little bit to get the petals how you want them. And then this bit, I decided just to do it black in the end. I tried the green, but I don't think it looked that good. Is the black bit that goes in the middle. So now I've got to drill 2 holes. Now at this stage, if you don't have a drill, power drill, you could use a hammer and nails and just separate the bits out again and hammer 2 nails through each one so that you can make something to thread your wire through. I'm just going to use a power drill. So I'm going to get a piece of wood to put my poppy on. I'm going to hold it all together. And I will have to touch this up again after the black bit in the middle and paint over the wire. And then I'm just going to drill through like this. Doesn't matter exactly where it has to be. And then you just get a piece of wire and you're threading through all the way through to the other side. And the other bit as well. Twist it round once you get it to the back, and then I'm going to touch that middle black bit up to hide the wire where it's gone through, and then we're pretty much done. So I finished my poppy now because it's fastened with wire. That's ready to go on my garden fence. I will spray that with some exterior varnish. I did a slightly different version here with a bit of a green centre, but I didn't like that quite so much. And then I wanted to show you this one that I made with food cans. So I think these are actually dog food cans. So to do this you have to use tin snips because it's much harder to cut, and you definitely need a drill to pierce through. I've still used a drinks can for that middle bit, but the underneath 3 cans are food cans, so you'll get a sturdier version then. It will probably hopefully last a bit longer. But on the whole, very pleased.